Hey, what is up, everybody? We are back with the Wrestling Fantasy Booking Series.
We're not back. This is way different people.
This is a back.
That's a back.
That's Scott
This
Steiner.
is a shirt. These are
That-
shorts.
now,
Steiner.
You guys don't see what that shirt says, but it says that he was at WrestleMania 28 because he lives the Wrestling Fantasy dream. But anyhow,
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. That's fucking a diva.
you know who's living? You know who's living the wrestling dream right now? What culture wrestling's living the wrestling? We're living the wrestling dream because they're running their own wrestling company at the moment.
Yeah.
For the record, I
Overrated.
would prefer a certain announcer that Louis has over any of the wrestlers.
Okay. But anyhow, before
There you go.
we just got off topic. Yeah, we just did the
Talk
Aftershock
about
Corner,
off-screen.
and we looked at the clock, and we finished the show early. So we're like, why don't we just do this video? Because we figured, why not? We even talked about that in the Aftershock Corner, so make sure to check that episode out when I upload it. So why don't we?
Is the Aftershock Corner canon in this video?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure it's not
All right. So let's introduce ourselves. Are we using nicknames or no?
Don't matter.
I'll be Owen the Birdman Finch Show. Can be what you want.
Yeah, you gotta know who I am.
He already knows. Yeah, we just did a show, so introduce yourself, I guess.
I'm your Aftershock Corner champion, King Tut.
And you are? I am the former uncensored, unadulterated, unedited, unfiltered sexual. I am now known as
That's really
Steve,
fast.
the Smart Slayer
Coakley.
Steiner.
Wait, you're the smoke now?
I'm the Smart Slayer.
You and I need to have a conversation. Oh, the smoke slayer. I thought you're just the smoke.
I'm like, we're gonna have a real issue here.
If he was the smoke. But anyhow,
The irony.
so
Yeah.
since we've only done the show 4 times, I will explain what this show is. Pretty much, if you've seen anyone on YouTube, book storylines, that's what we're doing. We're
Adam.
taking a storyline either that's already happened or a storyline that you can make up.
If you don't agree with him.
I'm at culture.com and I'm just doing this because I'm a smart ass.
Now, we're not doing this because we're smart ass. We're doing it because it's fun. That's why we do this, because it's fun.
We don't kill wrestlers in storylines.
So that's
I
what
did
this
one song that
is.
slams up top
So
rope.
since we're limited
the
in
ring.
time,
About murdering people.
now I decided to add a rule. I just came up with it now. If you're rebooking a storyline, you have to
You have to
explain
get
what
murdered
happened.
beforehand.
Huh?
You have to get murdered beforehand.
No, you have to explain what happened in the storyline in real life because some people that watch the show aren't wrestling fans, so they don't know what happened in real life.
Why are they
Like,
watching
like
it then?
booking murdered?
I don't
or
know. Some people that
Chris,
watch this show are not wrestling
booking
fans.
murdered or Stone Cold getting hit by a car? Both?
Stone Cold getting hit by a car, murdered, / Chris Benoit.
Yeah. But anyhow, so Steve the Smoke Slayer Steiner is gonna go first because he has to leave soon. So talk about the storyline you either rebooked or came up with on the fly.
Alright, so basically, I'm kind of backtracking storylines that I would like to rebook from present wrestling, and the first one that comes to mind is WrestleMania 32. Yes, I do like Roman Reigns, and I was probably in like that 10% of people that like the ending. I accept the 90% that didn't. I accept that.
Took him a while.
Yes, it did. Alright, here's the thing. Alright, so
Took
if
him a
I was
long
gonna
time.
rebook the main events, I would
Well, you should mention
not-
what happened in real life though, 'cause that was the rule. What happened in real life
like,
in the main event of WrestleMania, like what actually
So
happened.
we can seriously gonna
okay,
do
so
this?
basically,
Nothing happened.
the build-up is a whole mess, but the end is basically Roman Reigns wins the title from Triple H in a match that Roman did his best in, but Triple H was honestly the one that felt a little more sluggish in that match, looking back at it.
And also, Roman Reigns hit a brutal spear to Stephanie's tits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So the main and minus the fact that they tried to act that like it was a big win, even though Roman Reigns had already won the title twice
Yeah,
before
but the
this
thing
game.
is, Roman Reigns was very overhyped at the time, and a lot of fans did not enjoy that.
Remy.
What?
I said overhyped fight.
Overhyped?
What are you
Triple
drunk?
champion.
What are you drunk?
Now,
What's in this drink?
tripping champion himself.
All right. So
looking back at it, can I fix this storyline? I think so. Can I do a better flash strut than that? I think so.
Oh, we gonna have Flair strut off now? That sounds gross.
Alright, so
You gonna strut off?
if I was going to rebook this, for the record, this is going to lead to a bunch of different rebookings that I'd like to do in future episodes, but
We
we'll
will.
just start with the big
Definitely
one.
open up to it.
So the World Heavyweight Championship saga is what I'm rebooking. So let's go back to Survivor Series when Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose fought for the vacant title. So Seth Rollins is injured. Nothing I can do to change that.
Yeah, that's kind of like a big part of the
So
storyline.
here's how I would have had it happen. Is I wouldn't have given Roman the belt, nor Dean. I would have had the match kind of come to a stalemate when Roman hits a spear on Ambrose, but as he's going down, hooks his arms and Dirty Deeds him. So they each gave each other their finisher right there. And they're both, and this is after their match. You know, they just laid out, and you're still wondering who's going to win. I would still have Sheamus run down and cash in at that moment. That way Roman hasn't gotten another championship and Dean hasn't gotten one.
Yeah.
Kinda just out of the blue. And I would have Sheamus take Dean Ambrose. It has to be Dean because people are always complaining that they're making Roman look too strong. So, you know, you take Dean Ambrose, you toss him out, and then you pin Roman. And here's the thing, Sheamus doesn't touch Roman. He just tosses Dean out, lays down for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So that makes Dean look a lot stronger with his Dirty Deeds keeping Reigns down for that long.
Good.
And now Sheamus is champion. So the next night on Raw, Reigns and Ambrose come out and they're both pissed that they lost. And, you know, they're mad, and Triple H comes out and says, all's fair in love and war. This is definitely war. And that was definitely completely fair because that's how Money in the Bank works. So I'm going to introduce you to your new champion, Sheamus. Sheamus comes out, Triple H shakes his hand and just walks away. They're not really together. He just acknowledges that he's not going to give him crap as champion.
Yeah.
So basically they're mad. And they're both saying, oh, I should be the new #1 contender. No, I should.
I am the number one contender.
No, I'm the tag team champion.
No, I'm the tag team champion.
So
No, I'm the
basically
tag team
Triple H
champion.
sets up
Champion.
a tag team match for that night between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus and a partner of his choosing.
Okay, Teddy Long.
Player.
Hey, I didn't say The Undertaker, so I'm not Teddy Long, okay? Alright, so here's what happens. Later, so night goes on, and Roman and Dean are starting to get on each other's nerves. Like, I'm gonna do, and basically the way the match works is Triple H will say, tag team match, whoever gets the pin on your team will be the new #1 contender.
That's interesting. It's different. I like it.
Yeah, I like
So,
that. Makes the win matter.
Basically, they're on each other's nerves, saying, I'm getting the pin, no, I'm getting the pin. This is going to be difficult to work together. Night goes on, and they all come up for the match. Sheamus chooses Alberto Del Rio as his partner. This is not going to lead to the League of Nations. I'm erasing them from history.
Good.
Screw the league. But he chooses Alberto Del Rio because he's the United States champion. So
And he
perfect
just,
choice.
and he had beaten Cena clean too, so.
Yep. So the match goes on. Basically, Dean is out to start the match, but tags in Roman immediately. And Roman fights a solid, let's say, 20-minute match against Sheamus and Del Rio. And it looks like he's actually about to lose, but so Sheamus is going to go tag in Del Rio to finish him off. Ambrose comes around, pulls Del Rio off the apron, and Dirty Deeds him on the outside. Sheamus is looking down at Dean like, what the hell was that for? Roman comes up behind, spears him, and then, let's say that, I'm going to do this. Sorry, I'm at a bit of a stalemate here, I'm kind of confused. Alright, so, that happens. Now, let's say, for the hell of it, the ref gets knocked down, alright? So, the ref got knocked down
Ref
hard,
bump.
can't really look up.
Gotta have the ref bump.
Yeah.
Bump, 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 bump.
Seriously, tap those guys on the shoulders, they go down. Excuse me. Alright, so,
Or you know you can do nothing and then they'll go.
we can be like Earl Hebner, oh not Earl Hebner, Tim White, and just Alright.
Mr. White, that's not wise.
Alright, so basically let's say during the match, they're going to lead up to the end, and Roman's fighting back, but he knocks Sheamus into the ref. Ref's down. So he's gonna go get Del Rio for help. Ambrose takes Del Rio, dirty deeds him. Roman hits a spear. Then Ambrose slides in. Ambrose has not tagged in, and throws Reigns out and covers him for the pin. Now the ref's groggy, so he's just looking down, and all he knows to do is count the pin, which he does. Calls for the bell, and Ambrose wins, got the pin. But Ambrose never tagged in, and he kind of stole Reigns' victory
Yeah.
there. So Reigns is pissed, but he's not beating up Ambrose. He's just mad.
Yeah.
So the following week, Ambrose comes out. He says, "I did it. I beat him. Now it's my turn to get a shot at that title." And he says, "But I want to call Roman Reigns out right now." And Ambrose actually says, "I would never apologize to anyone in the world except you because you're my friend. Now look, you know this is a cutthroat business, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do." And Reigns is just kind of like, "Okay, fine, I forgive you," but it's in more of a tone where you know he's probably gonna beat the shit out of him later on. So
You
basically,
can expect that he screwed him out of the match.
Yeah.
so basically what goes on is time goes on and we get TLC. Oh yeah, sorry, no. Skipped ahead a bit. So Triple H comes out and says, "Roman Reigns, you did get screwed out of your title." For the record, I went over this last night and I'm trying to remember as much of it as I could. Alright,
So now we kind of threw this on your last minute, so.
whatever. So anyhow, Triple H comes out and says, "Yep, Roman Reigns, you're right, you did get screwed a little last week, so tell you what, you are going to get a title match at TLC against Sheamus." And Dean's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because we have tonight where you're going to get your title match against Sheamus." So Dean's like, "Okay, that's fine." So basically, long story short, Sheamus is a little on edge, doesn't know what's going to happen with Dean and Reigns in that match. So he asks Alberto Del Rio if he'll have his back just for tonight. And Del Rio says, "Sure, no problem." So Dean assumes Reigns is going to have his back, and Reigns is just like, "Yeah, okay." So the night comes to a close. Ambrose versus Sheamus. Ambrose is closing in for the victory when Alberto Del Rio gets up on the apron and distracts the referee. Sheamus comes in with a low blow and rolls Ambrose up. And instead of Roman trying to help Dean, just like claps his hands to get the ref's attention. Ref turns around, sees the pin, and calls it. So Reigns has kind of helped Sheamus win a little bit there. But he's going to play it off like, "Oh no, I was trying to get his attention to tell him that you got low blowed." But the reality is he did kind of get his attention to screw Ambrose out of the title.
You can also make it seem like he could put his hands on his head like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
I'm
like-
sorry.
So
Like, oh,
TLC
shit, that
comes up,
Sorry.
Reigns versus Sheamus comes around.
The same match, TLC.
Yep. And so match goes on, and Reigns and Sheamus are coming to a close. So basically what happens is match coming to an end. Reigns is climbing up the ladder. Sheamus pushes him off. He's climbing up, and then someone comes out of the crowd and pushes over the ladder. Turns out it's Triple H. Triple H kicks Sheamus. He gives him a pedigree. Picks Roman Reigns up, tosses him to the ladder, says climb. Reigns goes up, grabs the belt. Reigns the new champion. Comes down, looks Triple H in the eye, smiles, shakes his hand. Triple H raises Reigns' hand, so now they're in on this together. Ambrose comes out and he's mad, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Not this way, not like this."
Not this way. Damn it.
And then Triple H kicks Ambrose, taking him the pedigree. Reigns nods no, holds up the belt, and Triple H nods, holds Ambrose up. Reigns knocks him out with the belt. They just walk out together, shaking hands, smiling into the sunset. Following that on Raw, Triple H comes out and he's introducing the new WWE champion, Roman Reigns. Reigns comes out and he's wearing, a suit, sunglasses. He looks like
A heel.
he looks like a heel, but not necessarily like a authority stooge, but more like a, casual authority stooge.
The
like,
Rock.
like casual Friday, you know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
Rock?
Like a suit, but he has jeans on at the same time. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of.
I think so, yeah.
So a jackass?
Yeah, he looks like a jackass. That's a good word. You know, sunglasses,
There's
suit but no shirt. That's a douche. Yeah.
So Chris Jericho.
Chris
Comes
Jericho.
out-
Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Comes
Except
out-
not the scarf.
Comes out and obviously some fans will be cheering him because they want him to turn heel. Reigns takes the mic and to draw as much heat on himself as he can just goes, for those of you who are booing me, whatever, I don't care. For those who are supporting me, shut the hell up.
Ooh.
Alright? You're gonna be the people that say you supported me since day one, when that is in fact a lie. Because no one has supported me since day one except myself, my wife, and my daughter. No one supported me at WrestleMania 31 when it was my time to win the belt. And you're all gonna say you did because you're losers and hypocrites who live in their mommy's basement. So basically, he's just ripping into fans right now.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make it personal so he can get as much heat on himself as he
Yeah.
can.
And that's great.
And people are getting legit pissed at him right now. Like he can go as personal as he wants. And then basically what happens is Triple H is actually trying to calm him down, and Roman's pushing him away, and he's just getting madder and madder at the fans, and the fans are just booing him like crazy. So Triple H literally slaps the mic out of his hand, takes him, and just drags him to the back. Reigns turns around, gives a solid middle finger to the crowd, and then Triple H is really trying to cover this up, so he just like grabs his hand and he's pulling him to the back. So later on the night, he's like, "What are you doing? You know, you can't be doing that. We have kids out there watching, man. You can't do this." And Reigns is like, "I don't care. Look, thank you for everything you did, and you know we're still friends, but you need to let me do this my way because my time is now." And Triple H is like, "Okay, all right, we'll do it your way. Fine. Yeah, I can respect that." So basically, time goes on, and Vince comes out. Except this time, Vince is not a heel against Reigns. He's a face against Reigns. Basically, Vince comes out after Triple H is not going to give Ambrose or Sheamus gets a rematch. Reigns beats him by cheating. Ambrose comes out, says he wants a match. Triple H says you're never going to get a title match. Out comes Vince McMahon and says, "I'm sick of my son running this company into the ground. So if you can't make the right decisions, I will." I'll tell you what, Triple H, you screwed so many deserving people out of a title match that hell, it's not just one person that deserves a match. I'd say it's about 29. So he sets up the WWE Championship Battle Royal.
The Royal Rumble, yeah.
And he still makes Roman Reigns enter at #1. So, you know, people are still mad about make Reigns look strong, and he's ripped into them, so now they really hate Roman Reigns.
Yep.
And out at #2 is Dean Ambrose, and the whole match they beat the snot out of each other. And number 30 is still Triple H, and Triple H eliminates Dean Ambrose, and then it's just him and Roman, and Triple H goes over to the top apron, and he's holding it down, looking like he's gonna hop over. Reigns smiles, but then Reigns walks over, and he jumps over the top of him.
Ooh.
So Reigns has given the belt to Triple H.
Why would he do that?
Next night on Raw, he comes out and he's with Triple H and he says, "Well, truth is, there are bigger things in this company than titles.
Me.
I don't need a title to be the biggest star on the show." And this will lead up to another booking I'll do. Hint, hint, it's against Undertaker. That's what's bigger than the title. It's
Yeah.
facing Undertaker or something.
Well, I mean, what I would say to that, I know you're going to say it in another booking. That would be true if Taker didn't lose his streak.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing about the rebooking.
Taker doesn't lose his streak.
Spoiler. No, he does not lose his streak.
Okay, so then.
It was a dumb decision.
John.
That happened on Tuesday. I got over it.
All right, I'm over the stinging feeling. I still think it was a dumb idea.
Okay.
All right.
Well, who would you give it to?
I think I'll
You're
go
gonna give it
next.
to Roman?
Yeah.
Alright, give it to
Yo, Roman Reigns.
All right.
You
Anyhow,
know,
that's
right,
that's a story for another day. So
Yeah.
Triple H goes on and he says, "I'm the champion. No one can beat me. Hell, I'm even gonna give Roman his rematch tonight." So match comes up and you know they're just standing there smiling, holds up his finger like he's about to redo the finger poke of doom. So people are booing, this is bullshit. And then out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose runs down and he starts beating the snot out of those two, but they're beating him down. Then Sheamus out of nowhere runs down, and they're beating the crap out of each other now.
This is a shameful thing.
It's a shameful thing, lobster head.
What's Sheamus in this feud right now at this point?
So, Sheamus comes out.
I'm
Oh yeah,
confused.
and let's
I'm
just say he
confused
shaved
at
his
this
head.
point.
Let's just say he shaved his head because of the mohawk. I hate it.
Because he's bald.
It's funny.
Now he's
It's
bald.
funny to laugh at.
You know,
but
you're not answering Chris's question now.
What is Sheamus right now currently?
I don't care.
If
But
you,
this
is it a
this
3-on-1 attack or is it a 2-on-2?
Alright, here's the thing. Let me explain.
Is
So-
Sheamus face or heel? What
I
the
should
hell
probably
is he?
explain that. So Sheamus loses at TLC, and then gets his rematch. Is in the Rumble, and then that's it for him. He hasn't shown up at all. And then Sheamus comes out, and he's helping Ambrose.
Okay, so he's
down.
face.
Yes. And Sheamus just kind of looks at Ambrose, nods his head, smiles, puts his hand out. Ambrose shakes it. Sheamus walks off to the back, leaving Ambrose in the ring with Triple H and Roman Reigns laid out. So the next week on Raw comes, and Triple H says, "Okay, you guys want to play it like that? That's fine then. I'm gonna have a triple threat match at Fastlane."
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
To determine the #1 contender for my championship, and it's going to be between my man Roman Reigns and like the way Denzel Washington would say. That's a little reference if you didn't get it. But so Roman Reigns versus Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose. So match starts off at then you get fast forward to Fastlane, and long story short, Dean wins. That's the match. So Roman has lost the match, and here's the thing: is after the match, Sheamus is upset he lost. Roman is just kind of shaking it off.
And this blue sheet to pin Sheamus or Reigns.
And the way, here's the thing: I'm not gonna tell you how the match goes because that's for the Undertaker feud.
Okay.
All right. So basically, Dean Ambrose and Triple H are gonna build up to their match at WrestleMania, but roadblock happens. So
Yeah.
Sheamus is still in the picture, saying, "Give me a shot, give me one more chance." Dean Ambrose says, "Yeah, do it. I don't mind facing Sheamus. I'd rather face him than you." So Triple H is fine. At Roadblock, you're going to face me. And Triple H beats Sheamus clean.
Yeah.
And it's a good match. Put on a good match.
They put on good matches in the
And
past.
I'll rebook Sheamus for another day. I'll
Okay.
have to figure something out to do with him as a face. But turn him face, make him shave his mohawk. Kind of make him bald, but leave a little bit of stubble left for his goatee and mustache to grow into.
Oh, Sheamus ball, that's weird the picture. But yeah, they give it the mohawk.
So basically, Ambrose and Triple H build up to their match, and Vince McMahon comes out, the go home show before WrestleMania, takes the microphone and says, "You know, Triple H or Hunter, I've been in situations like this before. Believe me, if you have the WWE Network for only $9.99."
Cheap plug. Cheap plug.
Yep.
Cheap plug.
Yeah, but I love you. So, obviously, complete Stone Cold reference. He doesn't say it though, he just says if you have WWE Network, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And if you've seen it, then you know this much. You two can't be contained in a normal match. That's why I'm gonna make your match at WrestleMania no disqualifications. So Triple H is mad because he was expecting, a regular match where he could cheat if he wanted to. And then Ambrose just beats the snot out of him for the go home show. And then WrestleMania comes around, no DQ match.
No countouts.
But yeah, no countouts.
Okay.
But no one interferes. It's just him, it's just Triple H and Dean Ambrose. No one interferes in the match because everyone's going to be exhausted by the time when they get through their matches at WrestleMania, like most people would be.
Yeah.
And they're just beating the snot out of each other. And I can see this happen and have the final moment of the match be Triple H going for a sledgehammer shot on Dean Ambrose. Dean ducks it, gives him a low blow, but before he does it, flip him off, kind of like Austin used to. So it's an homage almost because they're in Texas.
Yeah.
So he pays an homage to Austin, I flip it off, kick him in the gut, but then hits 30 D's off the metal piece of the sledgehammer. 1, 2, 3, Dean Ambrose wins the title at WrestleMania. Crowd's going wild. You know, fireworks going off, kissing babies, all that stuff.
Hugging fat girls.
And Ambrose doesn't even go off the ramp. He leaves through the crowd.
This is the people's champion.
Yeah.
And he's going. The place is going crazy. And Triple H, at this point, same kind of ending he had at WrestleMania 33. He's just like, I lost. Walks out, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I like it. No, I guess not. Oh, is there glass in here?
That was pretty good.
That's my story.
Okay.
Next time,
I liked it though.
Yeah, it's good.
It seemed a little confused. It seemed a little confusing because he didn't really explain what Sheamus's role was for a while. So.
Sheamus was the nothing.
Does anyone really care though?
No, but
Exactly.
That's good to like explain like.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to rebook almost all of WrestleMania 32 for this feud to make sense.
We just have to take a look at the projector here for a second.
yeah.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I get it. It makes sense to have
Check it later.
It makes sense, but yeah, I like it because it's better what they did do with the main event of WrestleMania because it was like such a mess.
But this really puts
Yeah.
someone who people love, like Dean Ambrose,
Yeah.
in an underdog position.
And you turned Roman Reigns heel, which needed to happen.
Yep. And I'm
And-
putting him in spoiler, I am putting him in a feud with Undertaker leading up to WrestleMania.
Oh, you already spoiled it twice. So
Yeah.
Spoiler twice.
You can't
Actually,
spoil.
that's the first time.
Twice the spoils.
So yeah, so now who wants to go next?
Any thoughts on the rebooking of the main event?
That was good.
I loved it. Yeah. Well, I didn't love. I like it's not a mess, and I think it's a main event that everyone would have gone behind because Dean Ambrose, they were building up the story about him winning the championship, and you finally have him win at WrestleMania.
I'll be
Because I feel
next
like
to Reno.
I feel like after Dean Ambrose, if Dean Ambrose is not winning the title at WrestleMania, it kind of ruined it.
It would, yeah.
Because like the match that he had flopped at WrestleMania, so. So
I'm up, guys.
see you later. Say bye. You gotta say bye to the fans too. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Coplers. Yeah, Coplers. You guys say goodbye, Coplers.
That's his version of goodbye.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye, Coplers.
Alright,
So
so
I got new lights, I don't know how to turn off.
Don't even fucking dare hit that.
please
light.
don't.
It was fun looking this.
You watch.
And still shoes fun.
I don't know.
You watch.
I don't know why they have new lights in here anyways. That's so
It's
stupid.
weird.
But anyhow, so
I'll like everything.
you're going next?
I'll go next.
You're next.
Alright, so
Okay.
explain the feud. I
already
You already did it.
did the feud. I was gonna add more to it.
So watch
Those
the last
Survivor
video.
season.
So watch the last
Watch
video.
the last video, and so I'm gonna lead up to where Survivor Series was, where the Shield had won the match.
Yeah.
The next night on Raw, the Gallows and Anderson come out and they return heel. They just turned face because they hated the authority. They're not for authority, like they've never been for authority. They always fight against authority. They just don't like the authority. And the next night they turn heel and they beat the shit out of Enzo and Cass. So now,
Beat the shit out of him like.
you just
Ah,
destroy
what?
them.
But like they're gonna be off TV for a few weeks and doing casts.
More so, not like story that into them, more so to make a point
Okay.
that they're heel.
Okay.
Go against the best face tag team that they have.
Alright.
And so Seth, is all happy that he won at that next night. But Triple H is pissed off. Now Triple H becomes more of a regular character on television now. Rather than, not appearing, he's gonna become more of a regular.
Yeah.
So Triple H comes out and he's like, Seth, you got lucky, you needed the Shield to help you. To help you win the match. You couldn't beat me by yourself. You can't beat Kevin Owens by yourself either. So I'm gonna skip over to TLC because he says at the Royal Rumble,
Yeah, because
Your-
TLC does, well,
TLC really is irrelevant at this point.
I'll take a look.
TLC is I think it's Raw anyway,
I
or is
think
it
it's-
SmackDown?
I think it's
I'll look-
SmackDown show.
I'll look them. Keep going. I'll
And,
look.
So at the Royal Rumble, it's Seth Rollins gets another rematch. Kevin Owens versus
It's
Seth Rollins
SmackDown.
for
Roadblock will be the next Raw.
Roblox the next one. Okay. So at the pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble, he gets another match against Kevin Owens. So Seth Rollins there. It's a great match, back and forth. Seth looks like he's gonna win the title. Hits the diving knee off the top rope. Out comes Triple H running through the crowd. And he screws Seth Rollins again, but this time by disqualification. You know, he wins by DQ. Next night on Raw, Seth comes up. He is furious. Like, he is fucking pissed. He's like, this is the second time now, the second time now.
No, I think it'd be the third.
The third time, yeah. Because I think I added a random Raw, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a random Raw, and actually where he
I think
has
the
a
third
title
time,
match.
I don't know the way you're booking it, but if you're booking it this way, when he came out originally and turned on him, Clash of Champions, and I think this would be it. This would be
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, that Raw. Yep, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, the third time now that he's cost him the championship. Now, he's basically Seth Rollins challenges Triple H to a match at WrestleMania. They're already setting it up. He's like, I know WrestleMania is a little bit far away, but Hunter, I want to kick your ass at WrestleMania in front of however many people,
Yeah.
60,000+ people in Florida, and I want to beat your ass.
That's kind of like
On
Seth
the-
Rollins'
on the-
home turf too.
On the set, yeah, because he basically began his career there.
Yeah.
So his WWE career there, and he's like, I want to beat your ass in Florida.
And it would make sense too, because Triple H owns NXT, so.
Kind of goes against
Yeah.
his former boss in a way.
Yeah.
And I want to beat your ass at WrestleMania. Clean in the center of that ring. 1, 2, 3. Triple H comes out and goes, no, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna face me one-on-one. It's never gonna happen. So don't. I run the ship here. Not Mick Foley, not my wife. I run this place here.
Ooh.
You're not facing me ever one-on-one.
That's gonna make Stephanie mad.
Yeah, exactly. But she gets it, because she's the evil
Yeah.
heel.
But I would think
wife.
she would get mad at him saying, "What do you mean I don't make the calls around here?" So, but
But he's technically higher than her
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
as the COO, and she's the commissioner.
Yeah.
So this sets up another match at Roadblock, because Seth
Fast
he wants
would be fast.
would it be Fastlane or would it be Roadblock? Would be
Roadblock will be.
Roadblock would be Raw, Fastlane, SmackDown, right?
Yep. Roadblock is Raw. Roadblock's gonna be at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well, the last pay per view of the year.
So whatever pay-per-view Raw has in there.
Whatever Raw pay-per-view has, it would be Roadblock, I think, is what it is. Whatever one of the two. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Whatever. It's a crappy pay-per-view. No one watches anyways. It's going to be a tag team match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Rusev and Kevin Owens. Kind of like how they, at the beginning of this whole feud, that
Yeah.
ties into it now. You know, the Shield versus the Authority, and Seth and Roman win the match, but with shady tactics from Triple H. Triple H comes out and tries to screw him again, because at this point in time, I'm making Triple H come out and screw him every single time, so he gets pissed off and pissed off and pissed off, until he physically makes Triple H have him wrestle him at WrestleMania. So he tries to come out and screw him. And he's running into the ring now, and since he's the COO, he can't get disqualified. Technically, last pay-per-view he could, because he used to ring the bell and whatnot. So he comes out. He's about to go attack Seth. Roman comes out of nowhere, drills him with a spear. And then Seth comes in, hits say Kevin Owens, legal man, hits him with a pedigree. 1, 2, 3, Shield wins. So next time around, Triple H comes out and he's like, hey, I tried to, comes out with his goons. He's like, I tried to help you when I screwed up, that's on me. That coward Roman Reigns hit me with a spear. That brings out all 3 members of the Shield. Because Dean wasn't there that night,
Yeah. So what was
attacked
the-
or whatever.
what was
Or he had a match
Okay.
earlier in the pay-per-view, so.
Now when they come
like
out, do they come
before.
out with their normal themes? Or
Yeah, they come out at, this is like full-fledged. Survivor Series was the first time they came out as the Shield,
Yeah.
with the Shield theme song, with everything. So back to being the Shield gear, everything.
Okay.
Full-fledged Shield return. This isn't like a one pay-per-view event like they're probably gonna do. This is like their full-time return,
Yeah.
with a little bit of a twist.
So from Survivor Series to this point, there's been Shield.
Yep, just complete Shield.
Okay.
You know, they don't have their own separate theme songs anymore. They have Roman Reigns' theme song as their theme song.
Yeah.
So that brings Roman out. Roman gets on the mic and he's like, well, you constantly cheat all the time to beat Seth. Or constantly screw Seth all the time. You have to help your boy Kevin Owens. I don't think Kevin can win a match by himself because he has to have his master help him, and that gets under his Triple H's skin a little bit. He's like, you know what? All right, fine. You and Kevin Owens tonight for the Universal Championship, because Kevin Owens is going to be the champion, long-term champion here.
Yeah.
You and Kevin Owens tonight for the Universal Championship. Seth's in favor of it. Seth likes it, you know, because they're not gonna have him like Seth be like, "Urgh," and cost him the match, and that breaks the Shield. So he's gonna be happy for him. You know, you deserve this. You haven't had a championship match in a long time. I'm gonna have it be like Roman didn't have a championship match. That Fatal 4-Way match was his last title match. So he gets the title match at, on just a random episode of Raw.
Yeah.
And again, Triple H comes out. He gets up on the apron, but Kevin Owens is telling him to get down, get down, get down. You know, I want to do this on my own. He turns into a spear. 1-2, Kevin Owens kicks out. Crowd's shocked. Loud gasp, like, what just happened? And a holy shit chant, whatever. And so, you know, they're both spent because this has been going on for a long time. Kevin Owens gets up, help with the ropes, takes a deep breath, hits the package power driver. People are like, holy shit, we haven't seen that move since the indie scene. It's the first time he used it on television, no teasing with the suplex thingy. Hits the package power driver and wins. He's celebrating with Triple H in the ring. They're celebrating over Roman Reigns. And, you know, and they kind of teased dissension there with Kevin Owens and Triple H. But, you know, nothing happened of it. Nothing will happen of it. And, you know, he's raising his arm and they're talking shit to Roman. Dean and Seth come out, you know, to clear the ring, to, you know, save their buddy from an attack. And, you know, so on and so forth. So now this would build up to WrestleMania. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because just saying the next week.
Yeah.
It's gonna get old because there's a couple of months in between. So a few weeks before Mania, the Shield has just been screwed out of every match by Triple H and his Goon Squad, and so Triple H now wants a match against Roman Reigns because he won't face Seth Rollins. Okay, so they're fighting. Then Triple H randomly gets intentionally disqualified, kicks Roman right in the nuts, and then Rusev and Kevin Owens come out, and they're pounding away at Roman. Out comes the Shield. Finally, Seth gets his hands on Triple H. He's pounding him down, pounding, beating the crap out of him. Kind of payback for, you know, screwing him out of every single match. And the crowd's going absolutely insane because he's finally getting his revenge in a way.
Yeah.
Part of his revenge. He hits Triple H with the pedigree in the side of it. Crowd goes wild. He comes up, hits him with a curb stomp. Curb stomp's back. and that's kind of like the wow. Okay, this Seth Rollins is pissed, and he's trying to go back on to Triple H, and Roman and Dean have to pull him off, like physically pull him off before he kills him. So the next week on Raw, Triple H comes out. He's like bruised, battered, but not bloody, but like bruised, and got welts on his head and everything, because Seth just beat the shit out of him. He gets on the mic, and he's in Triple H fashion. He is pissed off, furious. He's like, you know what, Seth? You beat some sense into me last week. I want your ass in the center of this ring. Only it's going to be a 8-man tag team match. Or is it 8 or 6? Yeah, 8-man tag team match. Yeah. No, 6-man. 12-man, actually, because it's 697.
Okay.
And you find 3 partners of your choosing. Whoever you want. Whenever you want. Whoever you want, bring into WrestleMania with you. Because I have 3 guys. I have 3 guys that are willing to beat the crap out of you. Sheamus. It was Triple H, Owens, Rusev, Sheamus, and who else would it be? Braun Strowman.
Okay.
And I forget there was one more person in there, and I forget who it was, but I'm gonna put Baron Corbin in there because by this point, the brand extension, besides a few people, is over, long over. At the Royal Rumble, brand extension was long over because it wasn't working. Only certain superstars will send certain brands. Like Sami Zayn, strictly be on SmackDown. With Cesaro, strictly be on SmackDown to give SmackDown ratings.
Yeah.
When the Shield are on Raw and whatnot. So, or Shield and the Authority.
But
So,
anyone can go anywhere, though.
anyone could go anywhere besides those guys, specific people like,
Yeah.
you know, the Cruiserweights will stay on Raw, and, you know, Sami Zayn, like all the mid-card guys like Neville and stuff like that would be on SmackDown, you know, because they need people on that show.
Yeah.
So, the night before, it's actually 3 weeks before, was the Triple H announcement. The next week was the announcement of, you know, him bringing his guys there, and then they show Seth was in the ring, and because he had a match against Rusev, and just a random match, and they show in the back Corbin, Strowman, and Sheamus beating the crap out of Roman and Dean, just like it was, just beating into a pole, just beating the crap out of them. They're incapacitated. They're trying to get up, and they're falling down because there's no physical strength to help themselves back up. They all go out to the ring now, and they've now cornered Seth. Seth's by himself. He's a trap dog. They get up like the Shield would. Out comes Gallows and Anderson. The tie-in. They come out, and oh no, what is this? Freaking AJ Styles. That's who it was.
Okay.
Because
AJ
not
Styles.
Corbin, Styles.
Okay.
That's who I can't. He's the main part of the other story, so I can't believe I forgot about AJ. So AJ instead of Corbin. So flip Corbin with AJ. Because I just realized that after I put the Gallows and Anderson together again.
Yeah.
So they come out, and AJ's thinking he's with them because they're best friends. He gets on the mic and goes, "Hey," Anderson goes on the mic and goes, "Hey, we're not out here to help you guys. Remember, we hate the Authority. We joined the Shield at Survivor Series because we hated you. We despised you. We only took you into our club because you were a loner. You had come from another company." Kind of bringing up TNA a little bit.
Yeah.
You'd come from another company. to join our group. We didn't have to take you in. We had lost our leader. Our leader had come here. So, but you think that is Anderson's like, oh yeah, but we didn't come alone. Out comes Finn Balor. The return of Finn Balor.
Demon or just regular? Finn
Just
Balor?
regular Finn Balor. Finn gets on the mic and goes, you think I was going to be gone for long? I was, but now I'm back. And then he tosses the mic down. He charges in the ring with Gallows and Anderson, and they clear the ring. Beat the crap out of the Authority and save Seth.
The question I have though.
And now that's their official, back to being a face again.
The question I have is why is Finn Balor saving Seth since technically storyline wise Seth's injured him? Because you have to remember that too.
Well, Seth came out and he apologized after that, after he
Okay.
turned face, for all the shit that he did with the Authority, and while he was a heel,
Okay.
and said he was under the mindset of the Authority was still behind me, and all that. So, and we'll say like online, or Seth went to his bedside and he forgave him while he was recovering, and they worked out together or whatnot.
Okay.
Like he helped him, because Seth went through like the rigors of training at the Performance Center, and he went down to the Performance Center with him to help him get back up to shape and to ring shape again. So they saved Seth, clear the ring, they beat the crap out of him. Seth kind of looks a little bit surprised, but he's not shocked that they saved him because of, again, the tie-in from Survivor Series where they came out and helped him then, and they helped him again. So that sets up that humongous tag team match where it's an elimination tag team match. And the final two competitors are Seth Rollins and Triple H. Seth, they're going back and forth, they're throwing bombs at each other. Triple H gets the upper hand, typical heel move, dominates the match for a good 5 minutes. Just dominating Seth, not letting him get any offense in. As it looked, all hope is lost. He comes up with that, with that twisting, kind of when he's on the ropes, he does that twist thing into the enziguri. He rolls to the outside, catches his breath, hits Triple H with a diving knee. Goes up to the top rope, hits the frog splash. 1-2, Triple H kicks out. Forcefully, because Triple H is barely taking any damage, and he's
Yeah.
kind of shocked. What do I have to do to beat Seth Rollins? And my team would win. So, Seth's fighting back. He goes off the ropes for a drop kick before he could hit, or clothesline, before he could hit it. Triple H, as he's running at him, kicks him in the gut, hits him with a pedigree. People think, oh shit, Seth, this is done. No one's ever really kicked out of the pedigree before.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. The 1, 2, and before his mat hits the hand for his hand hits that for a 3 count. Seth kicks out. People are like, oh shit, is Seth really resilient in this match? That's the face aspect of Seth Rollins, as he's more over time has become extremely more resilient in his matches. He throws him off the ropes, tries to hit him with the spine buster. He ducks, kicks him, double underhook pedigree. 1, 2, 3, the Shield win.
And Gallows man, yeah.
And the Shield as a whole win. That's their. And the next night on Raw.
I'm gonna stop you there, just because of the fact we're running low on time and me and John still have to say.
Yes.
this.
Okay. So
My
I'll
bad.
the next time we do this,
And I think
I'll
that's-
continue on from.
Yeah.
I'm not going much longer with this anyways.
Okay.
It's only probably till about SummerSlam.
Let's go
Yeah.
to this. Steve made it at 18 minutes. It's now, we're now at 50 minutes total on the time.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 40
Well,
minutes.
once you're into a story, it's gonna
Yeah.
tough to stop.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good starting point, I think. too,
Yeah. So WrestleMania they win,
Yeah.
and it just a huge turn happens.
Yeah.
And kind of dives back into it.
All right. So John, who's gonna take longer, you or me? You think?
You might take longer.
So you
But yours is a bit shorter because you toned it down.
Yeah. Because WrestleMania 28 is mainly the same, but by the
Yeah.
way, so.
So wait, what are you booking from what to what?
I'm just booking the show.
Just
Just like I
WrestleMania
did
28?
before, yeah.
Okay,
So,
you can go first.
Alright. So everyone remembers the pay-per-views before, the two, I did the Rumble, then I did the Elimination Chamber.
If you don't, go watch the first video,
Yeah.
don't cheat.
So I'm now doing WrestleMania 28. Now obviously WrestleMania 28, I didn't really change too much because
Yeah, I can see when you did over, you didn't change it all that
Yeah.
much.
Because it really was fine the way it was in real life. There is going to be a couple of changes, but I really overall it's the same. So we're going to start off with the pre-show. This will be the first ever pre-show, just like it was in real life. It's going to be the match is going to be different. But there's going to be 3 matches on the pre-show. First one is going to be a battle royal, and winner gets a title shot at any pay-per-view they want. It can be any championship, and it can be at any pay-per-view. Now I'm going to put a time frame on it, maybe a year.
Yeah.
So they can get it at any. So it's like Money in the Bank, pretty much. And they can go after any title anytime they want. Now, if you want, you can. I would say the superstars. You can give me a one-word thing, like you know,
Yeah.
like guys like. So we got 3MB version of Drew McIntyre.
Good. As
Yeah.
Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brodus Clay.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah, no,
Even
you
if
guys-
he's the monster or not, he's still terrible.
Yeah. Heath Slater.
Guy like Heath.
Jinder Mahal, 3MB version.
No.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I love Kofi.
R-Truth.
I love Truth.
Yoshi Tatsu.
No.
I mean, you got
Garbage.
with Yoshi Tatsu.
I actually have kind of something funny to say about Yoshi Tatsu. He's
What?
the Bullet Club hunter in New Japan right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's his own he's like a club hunter, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. I looked it up earlier. I forget the name.
I mean,
He's
I
a
think
random.
I can't believe
tag
we
team.
can't really trash Yoshi Tatsu because we never really got to see him do anything because they jogged him out so much. So
He wasn't really talented. He wasn't really high profile like
yeah.
Japanese superstar coming out of
If,
Japan.
if he had come into the company now with the Cruiserweight Classics, he'd probably at least be something. But I don't know. Kurt Hawkins,
Yep, Kurt Hawkins is extremely talented.
Tyler Rex, and obviously Hawkins and Rex are a tag team in this.
I like Hawkins' mother Rex. That
Yeah.
Rex really didn't.
Rex
show
is
me
okay. Johnny Curtis, face Johnny Curtis before he
Great.
turned heel. This would be John.
I'm indifferent on him.
Yeah. Percy Watson.
If used properly and with the right amount of like training, he could have been really good.
Exposure.
Trent Beretta.
Exact exposure. Trent Beretta really good.
Camacho.
Sucks.
I would say really good now and with the Bullet Club,
Yeah.
teaming with his brother.
Kalen Croft. You really get to see. We didn't really get to
No.
see which much.
Woo.
Santino Marella.
Even though
Comedy.
Santino's funny.
Alex Riley.
Riley was Riley.
Yeah.
You know, really didn't show too much.
JTG.
Yup,
Heel
yup.
JTG.
I love JTG. I was,
Ted. Actually, no. This is different on the. Ted DiBiase Jr. is not in this match. I forgot to take him out, so he's not in this match. Jimmy Uso.
Yep.
Jay Uso.
Yep.
Tyson
Super
Kidd.
talented.
Tyson Kidd.
Talented.
Justin Gabriel.
Really talented.
Now, obviously, I had to put Jack Swagger Dolph Ziggler because I didn't have another match for him to put in WrestleMania.
Swagger's
Sometimes that happens. You don't have one for
Swagger's-
everybody.
Swagger was okay.
Mhm.
Even when he was like a heel, like, I mean, Ziggler was Ziggler.
Yeah.
I mean, talented, but you know.
I mean, I
to be
want.
seen either way as overrated or whatnot.
I originally had like a
but-
fatal 4-way tag title match with Ziggler, Swagger, Gabriel, and Kid, the Usos, and Primo and Epico, but then that changed because I put the tag titles on Perfect Fortune, so
Yeah.
I just could not find another match for Ziggler.
Is this the Royal Rumble match or
Just a regular.
or a battle royal?
Like those regular battle royals they
Or
do
battle
on like the.
So it's like a pre-show battle
Yeah.
royal. Is there any significance to the match, or is it like?
What do you mean?
Is there like a title shot or whatnot? Kind of like
Yeah,
they win
title
a
shot.
trophy for like the other
Yeah, the title shot. He said that. At the very
Yeah, I
beginning.
said you win a title. You get
Okay.
a title shot any pay per view you want. Any title, any pay per view. So I booked a match a little bit, not much. Kofi Kingston's gonna have his spot where he's about to get eliminated, but his feet land on the steel steps just like he did at WrestleMania. You guys don't like this, but Brodus Clay is gonna look dominant and eliminate a bunch of guys, but you guys don't like that.
Boo.
Boo.
3MB is gonna be doing really well, but Drew McIntyre is gonna turn on 3MB and eliminate both men, and this is gonna be a face turn by Drew McIntyre, which will be explained in the next video why he turns face.
Should have been face.
And then it will come down to Drew McIntyre and Brodus Clay, which you guys don't like. and McIntyre's gonna win the battle royal by Brodus Clay going to charge at him, and then he pulls down the top rope, and Drew McIntyre wins the battle royal. So Drew McIntyre can have any title shot he wants on at any pay-per-view. So then next match on the pre-show is Sin Cara versus Unico. This match is happening because of Sin Cara's injury at Survivor Series. Now I don't know. I know Sin Cara did that to himself, but I'm just going to assume that he dove on Unico, so that way Unico can take the credit for it, and they're already feuding. So if he dove on Unico in real life, then it works in my favor.
I think we'll get it.
And yeah, so let me know. And there's going to be vignettes announcing Sin Cara's return. And Unico's going to brag about the fact that he took out Sin Cara. He doesn't even think he's going to show up at WrestleMania. So he says, "Why didn't you come wrestle me in a match at WrestleMania?" And lo and behold, when the match happens, Sin Cara does show up. Hopefully Mystico doesn't botch, but I can't, with Mystico, you can't, like we talked about in the Aftershock one, you can't plan that with Mystico, so I'm just going to hope.
That Unico is better.
Yeah. So what I'm going to hope for is that.
Yeah, if you dove on Unico.
Oh, so that works in my favor.
One of the botches was him.
Huh?
One of the botches was on him.
Unico?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, to be fair, Sin Cara got caught on the top.
Yeah, but still
Okay, so that works
not
in
like
my-
onto him, but like.
Unico should have caught, Unico is
Did he
supposed
hurt himself too when doing that?
Who?
Sin Cara?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
So yeah, Sin Cara's gonna come out and he's gonna beat Unico obviously because it's return, but it'll be a fine match.
Yeah.
I originally had this book on the real show, but when I showed this to John months ago, John said it's not gonna go over well if it's on the real show. It
No.
probably needs to be a pre-show match.
Yeah.
And then next match is Eve Torres versus Kelly Kelly, and this is obviously to finish off the feud because Eve's gonna be the cocky hero and talks about how she always had to fight Kelly's battles and always lost, and Eve's gonna go over to get some heat. So that way, because I'm building her up as the next title contender for the Divas Championship. And then we have the real show itself. We get Primo and Epico versus Team Perfect Fortune Inc. With the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase ringside. Now I don't have the storyline written down, but basically the storyline's going to be is Primo and Epico are going to turn face, and they're going to be upset that they've worked really hard to get the tag team titles.
Yeah.
And Team Perfect Fortune, if you guys remember from the last video, pretty much just gave it tag team title shot and pretty much got it because their father paid for it, and they were never handed anything. But then the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase is going to bring up the fact that they're probably only here because of their family lineage. So what's going to happen is
It's a family lineage match.
Carlos Colon's going to be ringside. I'm going to have him go into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he really did in real life in 2012, but
He didn't.
I'll have him go into the Hall of Fame so that way he has a reason to be there.
Yeah.
And pretty much Perfect Fortune Inc.'s going to win when Ted DiBiase's unit beats Primo with the Dream Street. So it'll be a good opening tag team match. And the next match, Wade Barrett versus Rey Mysterio. And an interesting fact I found out is John does not like Wade Barrett. I always thought he did like Wade Barrett, but he doesn't seem to like Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
So Wade Barrett's gonna come out and talks about how he feels like his career hasn't really gone anywhere. So he wants to make 2012 his year. He wants the business to start booming. And hopefully he doesn't get injured in real life because that's and so after Rey Mysterio has a match with World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan and loses, Wade Barrett's going to come out and attack him and beat the crap out of him. And the reason is that he says that Rey Mysterio is just a mosquito standing in his way of becoming World Heavyweight Champion. So he wants to take Mysterio and squish him at WrestleMania. And Rey Mysterio will accept, and he will talk about how he isn't a mosquito standing in Barrett's way. He just has heart, and he's going to use all his heart to beat WrestleMania, to beat Wade Barrett at WrestleMania. And then after Wade Barrett beats Trent Beretta in a match, Barrett's going to continue to attack Trent Beretta, and Rey Mysterio's going to come out and make the save and go for the 619, but Barrett's going to escape. And then at WrestleMania, Wade Barrett's going to win this match 100% clean with the wasteland. And then the next match is the Intercontinental Championship match. It's Cody Rhodes defending the championship against Christian. And Christian is having this match because he won that tournament that I talked about in the last video. Please watch it. Watch all my videos. That'd be nice. And Cody Rhodes is going to ask Christian, what happened to the guy that wanted one more match, and what he asked, why did he sell out to the fans? And Christian will say that Edge's career ended, and Edge isn't gonna go into the Hall of Fame in this thing, and it made him realize that ask himself if he wants to go out as a guy someone respects, or a guy that continuously whine for one more match. And Cody Rhodes will also talk about how he worked hard to get the Intercontinental Championship and bring it back to Prestige, and he is not ready to give up the championship anytime soon. And then at WrestleMania, Christian will win the Intercontinental Championship via the kill switch. And then the next match will be a 6-man tag team match. Big Show, Kane, and Randy Orton versus The Shield. Now everyone, if you watched the last video, you'll know why they're having a match. But I'll explain it again because The Shield have attacked Big Show, Kane, and Randy Orton on several occasions. It caused Orton and Big Show both World Heavyweight Championship matches. And the reason, you guys asked the last video why they're attacking him. Now you're going to find out why. The reason The Shield are attacking Big Show, Kane, and Orton is they feel like it's an injustice that they have been on top of the company for so long, and they think it's time for them to hang up their boots and move on and do something else and let the new guys take control. And the 6-man tag team match will be fine. Won't be too long of a 6-man tag team match. I'm hoping it gives Rollins a chance to shine, Reigns a chance to shine, and Ambrose a chance to shine, and it's going to be their first match on the main roster at WrestleMania. And the Shield will win when Roman Reigns pins Kane after a spear. And then the next match is the Divas Championship match. Beth Phoenix defending the championship against Natalya. And Natalya is going to be turning face. And she's going to beat up Beth Phoenix because she feels like Beth Phoenix has been treating her like crap. And this is going to be leaked out that this will be Natalya. This is going to be Beth Phoenix's last match in the company. So I figured why not have her go out by having a great match with Natalya, 2 good performers. And then it would be good, and Natalya would win via the sharpshooter. And then I'm gonna find. And then the next match is a World Heavyweight Championship match. Daniel Bryan defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Sheamus. Now the build-up I gotta change a little bit because Sheamus I don't have won the Rumble in real life. So Sheamus is gonna win a Battle Royal on SmackDown to become the #1 contender. And they're gonna have pretty much the same build-up where Daniel Bryan always weasels away from Sheamus anytime he tries to beat him up. And you'll talk about how he'll be the way he was before WrestleMania 28. Sheamus will be building up a lot of momentum. And now the thing is I don't want to have Bryan get squashed. What the hell did I just do? Okay, ignore that.
Porn. There's porn.
No porn.
Prawn.
But anyhow, now I don't know if I want to have Bryan get squashed because the fact that Bryan did get squashed made people.
Start of the Yes movement.
However, I think the Yes movement can still be started. I mean, Bryan because I don't want Bryan dropping out. I really don't. So it will be an 8 to 10 minute match, and maybe this would get people pissed off. Maybe, I don't know. And AJ Lee will still. Then Bryan's gonna go hit a top rope move on Sheamus. We'll get on the top rope and do the kiss of death like she did before. And then when Bryan jumps off the top rope, he jumps right into a blow kick and loses.
So he jumps off the top rope and gets decapitated?
He's jumped off the top rope into a blow kick before.
I don't think I've seen that before.
It happened. Sheamus is cocky.
He jumps off the top rope and gets decapitated. Okay, Adam, but what color?
No, it happened before. Sheamus has hit the blow kick to people coming off the top rope before. Trust me, if you can look up Sheamus's blow kick, you can find out.
Yeah, you can find. He has done before.
Yeah. So Sheamus will win the matchup, and I'm
Team
hoping.
Bryan.
Well, happy.
And I'm hoping this will start the Yes movement, and if it doesn't, then I'll have him squash him. But
If it.
do you think that would start the Yes movement, or probably not?
Yeah.
Let's hope. I mean, it was already kind of in gear anyway, so I feel like Bryan not winning would piss people off that Sheamus won. So.
I'm pissed off anyway because it was less than 18 seconds.
Alright, and then we're going to have the Hell in a Cell match, Undertaker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. Not going to change anything about this feud. Only difference is is just gonna return, because John Laurinaitis does not exist in the storyline, so Triple H is just gonna be given a State of the WWE address, talk about WrestleMania.
Stepfather.
And Undertaker will come out and return that way instead. And afterwards, the crowd's probably gonna be dead after the Hell in a Cell match, so I gotta do something while the crowd's dead, so we're gonna have We're gonna have Mark Henry's Hall of Pain Open Challenge again. Mark Henry's gonna be squashing guys left and right, say that the Hall of Pain is still intact, and he's offering anyone to come and try to take him down at WrestleMania. And we're gonna have the debut of Ryback come out and accept the challenge, and he's gonna squash Mark Henry with the Miho clothesline and the shell shock, and this is an excuse to get Mark Henry off TV because of his injury. We'll still have that effect.
Added more Ultra style.
No, no retirement, no nothing. Mark Henry.
Killing people on the top rope.
No. So Ryback debuts and has his Phoebe more thin and all that. Then we have a United States Championship match. Zack Ryder defending the championship against The Miz. The build-up will be that Miz will be upset because he was in the main event of WrestleMania last year and he is now relegated to nothing. Then Ryder will come out and say that he had to sit up.
He is nothing.
He had to sit out on the sidelines during Mania last year and wants to have his first Mania match. So this year that will happen. So it's Ryder versus Miz. And Miz will win the U.S. title via the Skull Crushing finale in a good solid match. Because it really doesn't make any sense if I have... At least Ryder got to hold the title long enough. It really doesn't make any sense if I'm having Miz...
From your storyline wise, he held it for a long time. A few months, right?
Yeah. TLC to WrestleMania, yeah.
Damn, that's on time.
Then CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. I have to change the build-up since Jericho won the Rumble. So there will be a champion versus champion match. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. I know John doesn't want that match given away on free TV, but this is a way so Jericho can choose the champion. Because in WWE, in the Universe mode, that's how they used to set up the title match. You would attack whoever you wanted. So Jericho will do the same thing. He'll toss Bryan out of the ring, but lay out Punk with the code breaker. So pretty much and then the feud will kind of go on the same way as it did with It's Best in the World, and then Jericho will bring up his past alcoholic addictions and drug addictions. Well, not his, but his family's. And then the match will be the same, and obviously we're gonna have that DQ count out, where Punk can't get counted out in DQ. I don't know how I'm gonna work that in since Triple H is the face authority figure.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make it so Jericho has to win a match so he can get that stipulation. He faces Kofi Kingston and wins, so that way he can have that stipulation.
Or like a friend of CM Punk.
Yeah.
I'd say Kofi because him and Kofi are really good friends.
And then the main event, John Cena versus The Rock. No, you don't come into storyline until for a year. It's John Cena.
You and your crybaby tag team partner are gonna be out that long too.
We come in the next night. I'll explain that in a minute. So it's John Cena versus The Rock. Same build-up. The only thing I'm gonna change is on the final Raw of WrestleMania, Rock and Cena are gonna be mad at each other. They'll be cutting promos, going off on each other, and it's gonna spill into them getting into a physical competition that has to be broken up by security. But we're still gonna have the same match with The Rock still winning because I thought The Rock winning was nice. It was a surprise. And there will be no rematch ever. It will be once in a lifetime with Rock winning.
That really wouldn't make any sense if it was once in a lifetime with Rock winning. So if you think of it,
That's true.
because Cena would have to go over because he's still in the company.
Yeah, that's true. The only thing is too though is I want to have Rock. I'll just give away my spoiler. I'm gonna have Orton win the title the same way, and I want to have Rock versus Orton, and that kind of doesn't really work out if I don't have The Rock win this match. So
That's true. Yeah, if you're gonna go on with it.
maybe I will have the match, but not the next year.
Yeah.
So, and because after this, what's gonna happen with Cena is he's gonna kind of flounder after this. He'll go on his losing, he'll get destroyed by Brock and then go off TV, and then he'll kind of get injured a lot, and then this is gonna send Cena. It's not gonna be a year thing. It's gonna be a 3-year thing. So maybe have Cena. Well, I mean, he's still gonna win matches.
He's gonna be gone for 3 years.
He's not gonna be gone for 3 years because I don't want to give up too much. I'll explain off camera. So
He's gonna be gone for 3 years.
Yeah.
We're not gonna see him for 3 years.
and then I will mention one thing that happens. Now, believability. Do you think this WrestleMania would do a huge buy rate?
They won't. So we'll go by right.
So we're gonna say that this WrestleMania did such a huge buy weight, because I know with the roster talent I don't have a lot of it. So the way I fix that is Vince buys out TNA with the money that he gets from the show, and he buys out some of the contracts, but not a lot of the contracts. He buys, but not, so he doesn't have AJ Styles yet, but AJ Styles will come in the fold. So that's kind of how it works out.
Okay.
So overall, what did you guys think?
That's very, very good. Definitely better than WrestleMania itself.
Oh yeah, I mean the show in real life is good, you know.
Yeah, the show was good. I mean, you definitely improved on it.
Yeah, I thought
Every match was kind of meaningful. 'cause
Yeah,
it leads
I thought
on
what
to
was
the
weak in
story.
real life was the mid-card matches when it was strong. So, okay, so do you have time to do yours? I don't think so.
Oh,
Oh, we'll go. Well,
some tease.
yeah.
You get to do you can do yours
You
longer.
can you can announce the. Yeah, you can do yours on Monday when we do that.
Yeah.
Want to do it before the After Shot Corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might not have to take out now, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Wait, you guys have to do the Pro Football Reporters, which you can check out on YouTube. Get them.
No, football reporters.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because we can do it.
We have some.
Oh,
we
join
have
the
some
class
kind
at
of.
11. We can
some-
we can always do it at 12. So.
We have some breaking football news. Not breaking football news at the time, but there is news to report on Wednesday.
Okay.
Let me get that.
So you're not doing it
Some
Monday?
not good.
Something interesting.
Some funny. One is actually really funny. The other one is kind of depressing, but
So you're
yeah.
not doing it Monday. So we can do this Monday then.
Yeah. It wouldn't make any sense to do. We stopped doing that. We stopped doing it on Monday
Okay.
We do it on Wednesdays.
because Monday Night Football. Instead of because we would do 2 shows a week.
Yeah,
And instead of doing 2 shows a week on
we do one show.
on Friday too, we should do 1 show on Wednesday. Review all of it in one and then preview instead of doing like a review of Monday and then preview in the next week.
Yeah. Right, so.
So we all do it in one fall swoop.
All right. So yeah, subscribe to the Pro Football Reporters.
Football reporters.
Subscribe to my channel. Check out the Aftershock Corner and check out the rest of the videos on this playlist.
Good content, guys. We need more subscribers, please.
6.
6.